Alright, up here getting ready to go check out some frogs up here on the mountain.
May step on something else down there. Don't make him come this way.
Look there, he's fixing to strike, ain't he?
Well, that rattle quit.
That's what you call letting people know right there that you mean business. Alright, getting ready to do a little frog gigging out here. We've got Chris Irish and me, Victor Poole, and Steve. Steve, what's your last name?
Doherty.
Steve Doherty. And what's your name?
Brett Doherty.
Brett Doherty. And what's yours?
Zach Doherty.
Zach Doherty. And we're up here getting ready to do a little frog gigging. You can hear a few frogs in the background. We're going to get in there and see what we can do in just a few minutes. But we're just right now getting ready. And these guys done a little frog gigging before, but they've never gigged this pond. So we're going to get in here and see what we can find. That's what we're talking about right there. Prime frog gigging time on VP's Outdoor and Adventure. Let's go get some more here. Okay, what we're gigging tonight is this high grass. See this high grass? It's some of the hardest gigging that there is, besides cattails. So what we're going to do tonight is we're going to get in these high weeds. We're going to get in these high weeds and get these frogs before they go under. It's mating season. They're wearing it out right now out here in the water. Okay, now, this high grass, sometimes they'll sit on top of it. Sometimes they'll just barely poke their eyes out of the water. You just got to know how to spot them when they do that. This in here had him a nice little spot where he was sitting up there. Good eating size. I mean, just beautiful frogs. These frogs are wearing it out right now out here in this pond. And that's exactly what you want right there. That's a good looking frog, as you can see. Again, like I say, whenever you're putting them on a stringer, I hold it in my left hand and I put my flashlight hand with a stringer. I put my frog gig hand with the frog, and I'm underneath it like that, and I run it in between my fingers just like that. Frog is on the stringer. Pull the frog up, just like that. And that's a horsey dude right there. Pull him off. Put your flashlight up. And how about that? Nice frog right there. Beautiful eating frog. Alright. Let's go get us a big one right here. Talking about right there. We got a good one right here. We're gonna see if we can't get him. Watch this. What I gotta do is extend to about right here. He's on top, so what I'm gonna gig straight at him, and I'm gonna have to throw the gig basically high. So watch this. See that? Now there's my gig in the water. I'm standing here with a situation that I had. I couldn't press down, so I throwed my gig at him with a type 2 gig on spear on the end, and you got to use frog gigs, not fish spears. Let's go see what we got. Let's see what we got. Where you going there, buddy? Look there. That was a pretty good shot right there, wasn't it? That's what we're talking about. Coming off. And as you can see, I throwed the gig at that one, but if I'd tried to do it any other way, I wouldn't have got him. Look at there. That's a nice frog right there. Let's get him on the stringer and let's move over here and catch us a few more. Listen at that big old frog over there. Alright, we're going to get one right here. Oh, that's an eater right there, boys. That's what you call a good eater. Let's get on up in here and get another one. We're going to try to see if we can't catch one with our hands here one time. If you see a frog that you don't really know if it's going to be a next year frog or if it's this year frog, if you can catch him, catch him. If not, just walk on past him. But this one here, I got him right there in my hands, and he's a net. I'm gonna let you go, buddy. It's okay. Calm down. Hey, listen, you're gonna eat many more little minnows and insects because I'm gonna let you go, okay? You just talk to me in a year or two, maybe 2 years, all right? There he goes. Let's get another one. All right, let's see what we got here. I believe we got a snake. Let's see if we can't get in here and grab him here. Oh, he got away from me. I started to grab his tail and he kind of moved. A lot of times we just let these snakes go. We don't fool with them. Best thing to do is just step over them. They're common banded water snakes. They ain't gonna hurt you. They're nocturnal. They're out here hunting at night just like we are and everybody else is. Don't worry about them snakes. Now, if it's a big snake that's eating a lot of big frogs, sometimes I'll go ahead and dispose of it. Most of the time, I just step across these little water snakes and let them go and move right on. And as you can hear in the background right there, hear that loud clicking? That's cricket frogs. I guess they're still in the process of mating. They're not finished. They're not cycled on out of here yet. You won't hear any of those in July. They'll cycle right out of here. He just barely got his eyes out of the water. I want my gig to go in the water. Sometimes you have to do things a little different to get them. That one there, he was on top of the water. He was underwater. The only thing sticking out was his eyeballs. In that sense, a lot of times you got to throw at him and bring him across the water. Don't bring him under. It's a feel. Sometimes it's hard to explain what the feel actually needs to be to gig that certain frog, depending on how it's laying at that time. All right, let's go get a bigger frog. Okay, what a doggone snake.
That's a big snake, Victor?
Oh yeah, he's a big.
What is it, copperhead?
No.
Water snake?
That's a big banded water snake. See? That's a good one right there. Big old water snake right there. And his head's right there. There's his head right there. how you do it right there. Frog gigging out here in the mountains of East Tennessee. We get them frogs like that anywhere that they're at. That's a good eater right there. That's all you can say. That right there is a nice big, that's a male bullfrog. You can see the green on his bottom of his lip right there. That's where he's been hollering. Only male bullfrogs holler, the females don't. There you go, folks. Let's put him on the stringer right here.
Look at that.
Look there, what a frog is.
Oh yeah.
That's a big one. Good little shot right there. That's a good one. The moon's not really bothering them tonight. The moon's not out. So a lot of times in that situation, you're going to be able to get more frogs because they're not so jumpy. The lights are fixed on them. And these big old bullfrogs are concentrating tonight because it's early in the season. Yeah, that's what we're talking about. That's why you come back and you hunt these things strongly. This one here eluded me once, but the thing is he was sitting back in the weeds a little farther than what I would have liked. Alright, out here as we get things wrapped up, we're getting ready to get out of the pond. What we do on this pond right here is we come out here in June, we gig the frogs out in the middle. The way you hear them and they're mating. Now I'll come back and circle back and hit this pond again early to middle August because the frogs will move from the vegetation and the weeds. They'll move up here next to the bank and then you'll be able to pick them off pretty good at that point. And then after that I'll leave this pond alone, let it rest, and won't mess with it till next year or the year after. But let's go ahead and get these clean as we hear the frogs sing. Talk to you.
Did that light ever go out?
Alright folks, on the first night of frog gigging out here, we done pretty good. As you can see, we got frogs all over the place here. That there's a big one right there. Look there. We're fixing to do some eating here in just a second, so
Here on this.
there we go. Yeah, check this out right here. A little bit of cleaning. Got them good pliers. Just go underneath, roll that thing with your thumb out, pull it straight out like that. And then it's a, like I was telling them a while ago, it's a straight out and back method. A lot of people try to saw, it's just straight out and back. You can see the lighting on it there. Pretty good frog all the way around. There's a lot bigger than that in here, but that's a good eating size frog. Alright, you let this hang in there for about 5 to 8 minutes. Where's that pot holder at? Then you get in there into it and you keep it flipping. You don't want to burn one side, especially when you got a lot of frogs in there at one time. You want to keep it you want to keep it turning, you want to keep it churning and cooking. Oh man, it's gonna be good tonight, boy. I'm telling you right now, the flavor's coming alive. I wish you could smell it with us. If you could smell it through that camera, you'd be you'd be pumped up right now. But I'll tell you right now, I'm thinking about how hungry I am, and I'm pretty doggone hungry, and these frogs are looking good out here. All them potatoes and onions are looking good too. I wish you could be here with us and try some of this.